Yo, what is up guys, Shinobi here, back again with another video for you guys. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we're back again with another Bleach Rebirth of Souls tier list. And as we already know, I think we got like 11 more Mondays before the game officially drops. So today's gonna be, I would say, our final tier list, or at least my predictions on who we have left for the banner. Because if we go by the calendar that we have, we should have, including the Monday that's about to come up, 11 more Mondays. So that's 11 more characters potentially that could get thrown into the game. So we're kind of making a tier list here on who I think personally is going to make it, unless they end up dropping like 2 characters or something like that. So without further ado, leave your comments down below on who you guys think is going to make it, and who you guys think don't think is going to make it, or maybe some DLC that we potentially could get, because we could potentially get some Thousand Year Blood War DLC, considering that we got Thousand Year Blood War characters that are getting their uniforms or their outfits put in the game. So that is a possibility. But let's go ahead and get straight into this. I'm not trying to make it a long video for you guys, especially considering there's not a lot of characters that could be fit left in the game, which is honestly a good thing. There's a lot of conversation on if the roster should be big, if the roster should be small. Me personally, I'd rather have it a small roster, especially considering that unlike the Storm series or something like Dragon Ball, they haven't had like a lot of mainline games. So a small roster is really good, so that people can get into the game, so that if they want to make more sequels to something like this, then they can do so without having much issue. Not to mention it's also helping save space on consoles and whatnot, so let's gotta take that in mind as well. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into this. Now, the last characters that we just got released recently was obviously we had Yama and Aizen, we just had Shinji, and then after that, pretty sure the last character that we just had revealed, I think it was Shinji, right? It was Shinji who's the last one we revealed. Because we got Yama, Aizen, Shinji, and I think that was it actually. Because Shinji had his trailer recently, and after that we skipped because we got a lot of gameplay. So I think that was the last character we got. These are basically all of our characters that we got confirmed, which is a pretty decent sized roster. But we got 11 more that we got to add. So starting off with the wrong cards, in my opinion, I think that these characters, specifically Haribel, Stark, and Bargon, are definitely going to make it due to the fact that they all had major battles against characters like this. Not to mention, we know that the game is going up to the Arrancar arc. So the final car, like the final Karakura Town arc, literally had these 3 in it. So there's no way they don't make it, especially since these are the number 1, 2, and 3 Espada. And they all had fights with Soifon specifically, or like Toshiro, or in Stark's case, obviously Shunsui, which, speaking of Shunsui, I see him making it. Obviously, there's no way he doesn't. Same with Ukatake. There's no way these two don't make it. They both fought against Stark specifically, so that's 5 characters right there off the rip that I think are going to make it, just due to their importance in the anime, and not to mention their fights that they had in the anime. So those are the 5 I think we're gonna get first. There's a potential chance we get White. That's why I'm putting him in the 99% chance of getting him, because there's no way they show him in the trailer, like one of the first trailers of this game, and they don't put him in the game as a playable character. Like, I could see them putting him in as a character where he just is able to go into his Bankai state, just like Ichigo would. I could see that happening. So that's another potential character that can make it, but I wouldn't put him in the definitely make it, because they could just have him as a character in the game, but not as a playable character. So, you got that. Next up, you got Shuhei. I could see him potentially making it, or like a hard maybe. He could be a character that could make it in. Obviously, he had a pretty decent fight in the Karakura Town arc with one of the one of the Arrancar. So there was that. Lisa also could potentially make it in. She was helping fight Toshiro, and she was also part of the final battle fighting against Aizen. So that's another thing, is I feel like all the characters that were there during the final battle against Aizen should make it, which means that technically we should be seeing Kamamura, who should be making it, because he was definitely there, though we didn't see him against, in the Shinji trailer, probably because it wasn't, finished yet. So he should definitely make it. I could see Hachi make it, but I don't know. He did fight against Bargon with Soifon, but at the same time, his whole thing is spamming Keto, so he's more of a healer than anything, though he can fight. He's more of a Keto user, so I don't know how they would incorporate him in here, so that's a hard maybe. Same with Kensei. You don't really see a lot coming from him. In fact, I'm pretty sure that he didn't even fight Aizen, so that's another hard maybe for the Visors. Though I could see them all making it in just due to the fact that they were all there. But once again, it all depends on how they do it. And then we could also see Yumachika and Ikaku just due to their fights and what they did against not only the main cast in Soul Society arc, but what they were doing in the Fake Current Town arc and even in the Aranka arc. They had some decent fights, but depends if they want to put more lieutenants in or if they're just going to focus on the Arankars and the captains, because we still are missing some captains at this point, so we have to save space for them. Next up, we of course got Noritora. I could see him definitely making it or being in the hard maybe due to the fight that he had with Kenpachi, which was pretty major. Same with Zobimaru, or not Zobimaru, I cannot say this guy's name to save his life, but he fought Byakuya, so that was a pretty big fight. I could see him definitely make it. So, you know, obviously this guy fighting Mayuri, big, I would say he can make it. Yami, maybe, but also could definitely make it due to the fact that he basically was with Ukiura the whole entire time up until the point Ukiura died, so there's that. Machiru could be a hard maybe due to the fact that even though she's part of Visors, she was a lieutenant, so maybe. Rose definitely making it. He fought against Aizen. You know, that kind of just seals the deal on that one. Momo definitely making it. There's no way in hell that she doesn't make it. She was just basically there for Aizen and Toshiro's whole plot stick. Like, that was a whole thing. Eren Yero, I could see making it, but at the same time, I don't see him making it due to the fact that he really wasn't that important up in the Rank arc. Like, he obviously fought Rukia, but I don't see him making it. But it's a chance, it's a possibility that he can make it. Orihime, don't know if they're putting her in the game. She's a healer character, so not really much she can do fighting wise. So there's a chance, but not really. Wonder Wise, I could see being in there, but once again, one of those characters who could make it, but also could not make it because he did fight against Yamamoto, but that was the only opponent he fought against, so hard maybe there. And then let's see how many characters is for the definite. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So one of these ain't gonna make it. If I had to choose a character who wouldn't make it, whose fight here was not like that important? I mean, Momo, I mean, yes, but no. I don't know what they would do with her. That's my thing. She doesn't really fight that much. That's why I say it's definite, but probably not. I mean, maybe hard, maybe. But, I mean, other than that, we know that she's making it. She's part of Shinji's moveset, so definitely making it. Love is a character that could possibly make it due to the fact that he also fought Stark, so potential chance of that. Ishin also maybe hard, maybe he fought against Aizen, so there's that. Who else are we missing here? I think that's it. Yeah, no, I think that's it, because we already got, as far as all the characters that fought Aizen or just maybe already in the game or essential to the plot, I think that's it. As for DLC, I can see basically all the Fullbringers being in here due to the fact that there's a chance they could put them in. So Genjo, Ruka, Tsukishima, characters like that could be put in. But I mean, other than that, I mean, everybody else that I can see, or at least that they got on here, I don't see them being in. And I bet my money on it that they want to have a small roster as far as Bleach Rebirth of Souls, at least for their first game, to test out the waters before they add more characters for DLC or otherwise. So, I mean, other than that, other DLC characters obviously being Quincy's and whatnot, so those could be honorable mentions. Depends. I have a feeling that with this game, how much DLC they put into this game depends on success, which right now it's doing really well. So, you know, so far so good. But I mean, other than that, that's pretty much gonna be it for me. That's what I think as far as who is getting in. As far as, you know, who's getting in, who's not, I think this is a hard list of who I think personally would get in. There's no way they can't put all the Gotei 13 captains in, so obviously at least Kamamura, Ukitake, Shunsui gotta get in there. So there's no other way that they don't. Like, you gotta have the whole Gotei 13 in there. They were basically the main point of the whole entire show, so there's that. And then obviously Haribel, Stark, Baragon, White, Like these characters, I feel like are like guarantees in my opinion. Like all the rest are they can get in the game, but at the same time, it's like it's iffy. It's iffy, but it's also there because they were a major part of the story or they showed up a lot. So, that's my thing. But I want to know what you guys think. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your comments on who you guys think is going to make it into the game. We're really close to when the game is going to drop. So make sure you get your pre-orders, get your physical copy, whatever you're going to do. And without further ado, Shinobi signing off. Let me know who your favorite Bleach character is, and I'll see you guys in the next one.